content catch-up.
Anyway, let's dive into content this week, shall we?
Yeah, let's have a little bit of a peek here. Barker, what do you got?
What you got? Pittsburgh Basketball is what I've got.
Pittsburgh Basketball?
Yeah, I've joined. I'm going to Pittsburgh. See you later, Basie.
Nice.
Pretty
I don't know which one's better or worse, but anyway.
Jesus. Anyway.
Still no closer to water.
I wasn't out for the hunt. I wasn't hunting down basketball content this week, but it sort of just popped up on the old timeline. This is a recruiting video that Pittsburgh Basketball came out with, and I'm guessing, well, every year colleges would have to come out with some sort of way to try to get athletes to join them. So we'll have a watch, and you might want to get your popcorn, Jules. This is 4 minutes, but we won't show all of it in the pod. But it's good. I enjoyed it. So before I play it, I think it's two things. It's a bit of it shows off the importance of sort of player and staff input into content. That's just one thing, and I'll let you be the judge of what you think. But this one actually almost feels like a video game walkthrough, if that makes sense. So
we'll play a video game.
Without further ado, sharing the screen. Zoom. Yep. I'm guessing this is a college team, right? Sorry, yes, college basketball, okay. Pittsburgh. Yep. So anyway, without further ado, let's give it a watch. I'll see you in half an hour.
I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins.
Sports in the top 10.
My man, welcome to the city of Pittsburgh. Really, really glad that you're here. Like our program, this city was built on toughness, hard work, grit. I'm really excited to show you what the city of Pittsburgh and the University of Pittsburgh is all about.
Now one of y'all gon' be f***ing me. I got 2 bad gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young that bust out the heat, and all y'all ain't got nothing on me. Okay. Now one of y'all gon' be f***ing me. I got 2 bad gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young that bust out the heat, and all y'all ain't got nothing on me.
Hope you've enjoyed the city. Like we've been telling you, it's a beautiful city. A lot of winning has been done here, and that's why we call it the City of Champions. As we transition to campus, we want you to see just how beautiful our campus is as well. And while you're there, really make sure you pay attention to the Cathedral of Learning. It's where a lot of your classes will be, and it's a lot of really, really cool things in there.
Bro, just the man I wanted to see. I was on the way up to the Pete to get a workout at my Coach G. You wanna come?
Yes, sir. Let's get it. It's time to work, baby. Time to work. Yeah. Let's go. One rep at a time. Yeah. One rep at a time. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Good work, baby.
Hey, here at Pitt, we have all the resources to help you reach your goals, both on and off the court. And that starts right here in the weight room. Happy to have you.
How you look so perfect when you first days. Double C versus service.
Nothing in life is easy. Let's go. Put them away right now.
But you're curvy little body is surface. I'm on your body, make you nervous. I like the way you keep up the choking harness. It's okay.
Ball. Screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Talking about. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Glad to finally have you here. Pittsburgh Basketball. We play fast, we attack it all time.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him 12 swat, busting all the bells out the body. Hit the link with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. Hey, so got the cash out, told them white, but no, say slash. I want heaven, my soul.
bro. Welcome to the crib. Make yourself at home.
It costs like 4 bricks. Ain't no way that I be toting on that strap, don't make no sense. He $1 million, but be posted in the bricks. It make no sense, yeah. It make no sense, no. It make no sense, yeah. Make no sense, yeah. Make no sense, no.
What's good, Brody? Hope you enjoyed your first day with us, man. You've had a chance to check out what we're all about. You've seen the city, campus, our commitment to academics. You've seen how we work, you've checked our facilities out, and you've seen how we live. The fact that you're here helps us go to another level. You've seen a commitment to excellence. Now it's time to get to work.
Sports in the top 10.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice. So for those, obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, we actually maybe we'll just snip up the best bits and put it on socials just so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, for those that who can't see it, the best way I can describe it is, it's essentially like an interactive video game walkthrough where, so Pittsburgh, they're obviously trying to sell their campus, their program, their basketball, whatever. I think it's also football as well, but this was a basketball one. So you start off in the coach's car. I think he's the coach. You start off in his car. He sort of welcomes you like you would in a video game cutscene. Talks you through Pittsburgh. You go from their campus to his office to the weight room, and in the weight room you basically get the camera angle is like you're lifting the weights and your teammates are egging you on or pumping you up for egging you on. You like that? And then you're also playing basketball in the view of the person playing basketball. So I just thought it was a really cool, refreshing take on what I think is what I assume is a big project each year for these college schools.
It definitely was like, it was a long video, but it didn't feel like a long video. It felt like you were actually like, oh, what's coming next? Like,
yeah.
It was really well executed, and even the transitions were pretty smooth, and it just had like an upbeat energy. It didn't feel like you were lagging in any place where you'd be like, oh, I'd cut that shorter or I'd do this differently.
And I think...
I don't know. Yeah, nice find.
Thank you. I think the player input... Because could you imagine how corny that would be if that felt scripted? And obviously you know it was scripted, but it did feel like that the guy, especially in the weight room and on the basketball court, it didn't feel like that was lines given to him. It felt like you were actually being introduced to the basketball program and whatnot. So well done.
They were all very charismatic in everything that they said. And you're right, that does make a difference. I think you and I would both know this, and probably other content producers out there that work with athletes, is that sometimes they're not the most charismatic people when you're getting them to read lines. Like, it can become quite monotonous. So perhaps what they've done, or like one of the things that we find work, is that you give them an idea of what to say, but you don't tell them exactly what to say. Exactly. So maybe they've gone to the coach and they'll be like, just say like, oh, we've got weights here, like we're here to help you like build just your program, something along those lines, something like you're selling this to me. Yeah.
And on another note, not that any athletes, well, if you are an athlete and listening to the pod, thank you and welcome, but it's funny how it's sort of seemed like when we do ask players, and everyone asks players to do something, I think this is a good example of the importance of it. Like, it might feel like a bit of a chore, but for these sort of bigger projects, how much of a difference would that make if you were a young athlete choosing Pittsburgh, like, rather than just someone interviewing someone? So yeah, we'll link that to our socials, YouTube, and yeah, that concludes my presentation. Thank you.